So a professional media misandrist, Ava Santini, went on the BBC to belittle an epidemic of male suicide, and Laurence Fox went on the Dan Wootton Tonight Show on GB News and delivered a misogynistic rant about how he wouldn't want to have sex with her, and Dan Wootton chuckled along with Fox's remarks. When the screeching progressive pearl clutchers took to social media to attack Fox, Wootton threw Fox under a bus, condemning what Fox had said, before Fox posted a text message exchange between himself and Wootton, where they were both clearly actually laughing about Fox's rant. GB News then suspended Dan Wootton, who was also under investigation for allegedly sending former colleagues sexually explicit messages using a pseudonym. Fox, of course, was suspended too. The BBC and Sky News went into sanctimonious outrage overdrive, clamouring for GB News to be shut down. Literally no one involved in this pathetic affair conducted themselves with any dignity. The BBC should be considering why they allowed a nerd misandrist to make light of male suicide rates on their daytime politics live show, whereas GB News, a channel that likes to call itself the home of free speech, clearly proved itself to be anything but that. GB News knew exactly what they were going to get when they hired Laurence Fox. For them to throw him under a bus for speaking in exactly the unfiltered way that they knew that he would is incredibly poor conduct. The channel needs to make up its mind what it actually stands for, because it seems to be in the midst of a self-sabotaging identity crisis. The goodwill and respectable audience it has built to this point is based on having the courage to give a platform to alternative voices, to fly in the face of the cultural narrative being pushed by every other mainstream legacy media news outlet. If they're going to start betraying their on-screen talent at this point, they'll see their business go very quickly down the toilet. By suspending Wootton and Fox, GB News have amplified the idea that the channel is doing something harmful and platforming dangerous individuals, and consequently they've hugely undermined themselves and left themselves open to attack from their legacy media competitors. If they survive this episode, which they may not if Ofcom have anything to do with it, then they need to be more consistent in their editorial stewardship and support their employees in the face of censorship. Otherwise, their survival will be short-lived, which would be a shame, because in a media landscape of ideological conformity, they offer an important alternative.